Well, I am in Fort Stevens State Park in Oregon, and I'm all set up, and yeah, it's a rather beautiful place. This is a huge park. I mean, like, there's a huge amount of campsites, and it's just huge space-wise. There's just a lot of space here. The single best way to get around here is by bicycle, and I'm really missing my bike right now, so that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, there's a lot to explore here. I'm going to head over to the actual Fort Stevens, the Fort Stevens, and explore there a little bit. And then, yeah, tomorrow morning I'm going kayaking, so that's super exciting.
Welcome everybody to Fort Stevens. My name is Cindy, and our driver today is Chuck, if you want to call him that. He's been practicing a lot for the last couple hours though since he got his license, so let's not worry about that too much. One thing that you're going to hear right away on this recording is that you're riding in a 1952 deuce and a half, but we are in the new and improved model. We're in a 1972 5-ton.
The Columbia River. Across the river on the Washington Channel is a small sport fishing town of Milwaukee. Near the west end of the point, you may be able to see the White House. This is the Cape Disappointment.
This has less headroom than my camper. Thanks.
You're welcome. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks. Well, that was a lot of fun. I just happened to catch the very last deuce and a half tour for like at least a week. I walked in later in the day and she's like, well, in 5 minutes the last tour is gonna go off, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna come back tomorrow, and she's like, oh no, this is the last one for a week because we're getting ready for a celebration for Labor Day weekend. So I just lucked out, and that was awesome. I am going to come back tomorrow. It's actually late in the day. It's about 5:30 and they close the gates at 6. So I can't explore on foot today, but I am coming back tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to that. I really want to walk through some of these buildings and stuff. So yeah, there's a cool museum too. I want to do that. Good morning. It is like 7:40 and my teeth are brushed. That means I'm all excited. I am going to do a kayak trip this morning. So we're going to kayak out into the Columbia River. So I'm up early because it starts at 8 a.m. and I'm all excited. So had coffee, brushed teeth. Yes! It's all wet this morning. And I don't think it actually rained last night. What happens is there's just so much moisture in the air that it collects in the trees and then falls down as if it was rain. but it looks like it's actually clear right now if you look up in the sky. So yeah, I think this is going to be just a magnificent day for kayaking. It's going to be awesome. Well, the sun is coming up and my kayak is right over there and I gotta hurry up and get my life jacket on and everything, but there's not going to be any sound from here on out because I have this camera here, and when I have the protective cover on it so it doesn't get wet, you can't really hear anything. So yeah, awesome pictures but no sound. Alright, let's go. That was so much fun. Amazing. This is called Trestle Bay, obviously because of the railroad trestles that are left over. They built this jetty, I think it was from 1885 to 1895. They built 5 miles of jetty, and what they did was they built trestles, and then they would have trainloads of cars just dump rock over the side of the trestle to build the jetty. So there's actually trestles inside the jetty, and when they wanted to extend the jetty, they built a new set of trestles and a new railroad tracks, and I think that was like probably 20-30 years later. So the newer looking trestles are from a later build when they extended the jetty out 2 more miles. So it's a 7-mile jetty, and that jetty has completely changed the landscape. The land I am standing on right now did not exist 100 years ago. This is all new land created because the jetty changed the flow of the river and the tides. So, but that was so much fun. Definitely you have to do the kayak trip in the bay. That was, yeah, you just do it, just do it. I am going to head back to camp and drink another cup of coffee and then I'm going to go over to the fort.